I'm Lucy T, and you are watching LucyTWWE, my weekly review show where I bestow upon you all of my ball-busting opinions on all things WWE. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. And check out my amazing interview I did last week with Kimber Lasskick. Before we get into the good old countdown of the top 10 happenings in the WWE this WWE week, let me share some thoughts on Backlash. I loved it. Sorry, not sorry. I know a lot of you probably disagree with me, and yes, I agree that The Miz and Seth Rollins definitely stole the show. However, I was glad that Carmella retained her SmackDown Live Women's Championship and beat Charlotte Flair. And let's all be real, if Carmella had lost her championship at Backlash, we'd all be moaning and whining that, oh, what was the point of her even winning the suitcase and cashing in successfully on Charlotte if she's not even gonna retain the championship and be a champion for a little while? Come on, admit it. Like, Carmella is damned if she does or damned if she doesn't. Also, just because Charlotte Flair beat Asuka and Carmella has never beat Asuka does not mean that Carmella cannot beat Charlotte. There's no transitive property. And I'm looking forward to her Mellebration next week from London. And that AJ Shinsuke finish was epic. I was dying and had to rewatch it in slow motion. It was absolutely hilarious and entertaining, and as we learned later this week, things are not over between AJ and Shinsuke. Okay, here are the top 10 happenings in the WWE this WWE week. Number 10. Did you guys watch that really weird interview that Renee conducted with Bobby Lashley on Raw this week? Who was that? Bobby Lashley is supposed to be this daunting, brooding, massive force to be reckoned with in the ring, and then all of a sudden, he's in this interview looking like a newsie, talking about how much he loved his sisters, but then his sisters attacked him with a mop or a broom or something, and he loves his family, even though his sisters used to beat him when he was a kid. Huh? Number 9. This week on SmackDown Live, Mandy Rose took on Becky Lynch, and she also debuted her new entrance. Have any of you guys seen Impractical Jokers and know the episode where Joe's punishment is that he thinks he's going to be in a beauty pageant and gets all done up in drag? Turns out he actually has to present some corporate product to a room full of people. That's what Mandy Rose's new entrance reminded me of. So I watched SmackDown Live this week on my laptop in public, and I'm not gonna lie, at that moment in time, I was a little bit embarrassed to be a wrestling fan. Between the blurred screen, her 90s porno music, and the blank expression on her face as she was sauntering down to the ring, it all made me very uncomfortable, and Corey Graves' commentary did not help either. Anyway, she did beat Becky Lynch, which I am glad about, because let's face it, like I just said, we cannot have the same female superstars winning every match. Number 8. Ember Moon will be competing in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match next month. I am so glad that Sasha Banks did not win this qualifying match. Now, Money in the Bank is not immune to this whole co-branded pay-per-view thing that WWE is throwing at us, and I'm excited for that. It's adding some new stakes to the match, and we'll be getting 4 female superstars from Raw and 4 female superstars from SmackDown Live. And the winner will bring the briefcase and the contract back to their brand. I'd really like to see Ember Moon win the Money in the Bank contract so we can see more of her style and attitude. I mean, it did wonders for Carmella. Number 7. Sheamus does not like pancakes. The Bar and the New Day are making me very happy lately. They both have wonderful comical timing paired with unparalleled brute force in the ring that just makes them so irresistible to watch and enjoy. So this week on SmackDown Live, Sheamus was trying to cheer himself up by eating me Lucky Charms straight out of the bag for Xavier Woods beating him last week. And Cesaro's like, yo, you gotta be a little happier here, don't be so upset. And then Cesaro opens up his bag, boom, full of pancakes. And just as Sheamus is like, ha 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 ha, that sucks for you, Cesaro, you got pancakes all in your bag, Sheamus got flapjacked. So next week, the New Day will face the Bar, and the winning team will have to decide which one member from their tag team will be going on to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Might this finally be the betrayal and demise of the New Day? Number 6. Shinsuke Nakamura is trolling all of us, and I don't hate it. This week on SmackDown Live, the lovely Renee Young tried to get a straight answer out of Shinsuke Nakamura and asked him, is this the end for you and AJ Styles? To which Nakamura responded, no. Speak English. And then says he forgot how to speak English. And then Renee, who was still clapping back at everyone and not taking anyone's crap, is like, okay, well, before you forget how to speak English again, why don't you tell us if you have a message for AJ Styles? And this was brilliant. Nakamura said, AJ nuts, but so am I. All right, fortune cookie. Number 5. So hopefully by now you know that I love the Iconics, and I do an amazing Australian accent, thanks. And if this is your first time tuning in to a LucyTWWE production, well, I love the Iconics. And this week on SmackDown Live, Peyton Royce was defeated by Charlotte Flair for another spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. But Peyton and Billy did not disappoint with their humor this week, and I always look forward to their segments. Also, their bit with Pete Rosenberg during the Backlash kickoff show, mamma mia. Also wondering when their new fragrance, Disappointant by Charlotte Flair, will be coming out, and if it smells like Axe body spray.
And now introducing a brand new fragrance by Charlotte Flair, Disappointment. Or is it disappointant? Nobody knows because of the Australians' accents. Disappointant. Disappointment.
Obviously, Charlotte has a lot more in-ring experience and put Peyton away pretty quickly, but this was worth mentioning simply because I find the Iconics magnetic. Number 4. Paige opened SmackDown Live this week, basically announcing that the entire show would be dedicated to Money in the Bank qualifying matches. Cool, yeah. But can someone please tell Paige to lay off the collagen injections in her lips? She can barely speak. And my husband's English, so I can understand pretty thick English accents. Fine, thanks very much. But her lips, like, SmackDown Live, Money in the Bank. She did kick it off, though, with a great match between Jeff Hardy and The Miz. Now, I love both of these performers, but am I the only one who notices how tired Jeff Hardy always looks during these matches? And like he has an irritated expression on his face, sort of like, fine, I'll get the door again. And I'm so loving the role that The Miz is on right now, coming off of his amazing match at Backlash with Seth Rollins. So really glad that he's going to be in the Money in the Bank match this year. I also love the part in the match where Jeff Hardy lands on his gonads on the barricade and has to like usher the little boy out of the way. Number 3. So during Raw, we also saw Braun Strowman defeat Kevin Owens, surprise, surprise, for another spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm kind of annoyed that Braun Strowman is going to Money in the Bank, only because he's such a dominating force that it kind of removes the element of suspense and surprise. And okay, cool, we'll probably have the other 7 superstars all try to get Braun out of the ring first, all together, like blah, 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 blah. And I also feel like after he just won the Greatest Royal Rumble, crickets, he should kind of stay out of the Money in the Bank stitch. Finn Balor also defeated Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn for another spot. So glad that Roman will not be going to Money in the Bank and Finn Balor is, because he needs a push. And sure, I prefer Roman over Brock Lesnar, but Roman needs a massive reboot. So Vinnie Mac, why don't you get on that? Number 2, season 2 of Camp WWE is now on the WWE Network. I'm so glad it's back. If you haven't seen season 1, go and watch it. It is so funny. So make sure to head to WWE Network and get 1 month free of LucyTWWE with the promo code www.youtube.com. Number 1. Okay, so there's no sign of Lana this week, so I think we're safe for now in terms of the disbanding of Rusev Day. And as we saw in the main event of SmackDown Live, when Rusev defeated Daniel Bryan for one of the spots in the Money in the Bank match, Aiden English and Rusev are stronger than ever. And I'm so glad we're seeing Rusev get a push on matches that actually matter. Greatest Royal Rumble casket match. It is Rusev's time, and I'm glad that Daniel Bryan did not win, because he's already been in quite a few and has even won the Money in the Bank contract before. And on Sunday night during Backlash, I even commented, I was like, yo, Rusev needs to win the Money in the Bank this year. And that would make more sense for Lana to try to break up Rusev and Aiden English, and would lend itself to more of a comprehensible storyline. And now that he's Mr. Money in the Bank, it's time for him to shine. Who won this week? SmackDown Live totally won this week, because they somehow managed to keep things super entertaining, even though it was all just qualifying matches. Well, except for the Becky Lynch and Mandy Rose match. Sign of the week, Comic Sans. Also, shout out to Ed who pointed out the Michael Scott sign. Couldn't see what it said. And if you guys happen to see any signs, send them my way and maybe it'll be sign of the week. Do not forget that Raw and SmackDown Live will be from London next week, so avoid the interwebs at all costs, unless you want spoilers. Or I guess if you're in the United Kingdom, then it doesn't really matter. That's all the time we have this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LucyTWWE for even more content updates.